Coming up tonight on SLU News 22.
Dia de los Muertos.
Happy birthday to Edith Head.
Crazy cats.
Cardinals controversy.
Plus, national news and weather. Live from the Bush Student Center, this is SLU News 22.
Good evening. I'm Gabriel J. Gallup.
And I'm Abby Para.
Thank you for joining us this evening. The Student Government Association will be awarding 5 $1,000 scholarships for the spring semester of 2014 to juniors and seniors who have exhibited extraordinary involvement and service here at St. Louis University. Applicants must have at least a 3.0 GPA and compiled at least 2 semesters at St. Louis University. Applications must be submitted to Student Involvement Center by 3:00 p.m. on Friday, November 15th. To access the application and a list of complete qualifications, please visit the SGA official website.
Next Tuesday, November 5th, Alpha Sigma Nu will be hosting Hannah Brincher, renowned blogger and founder of the website moreloveletters.com at 7 p.m. in the St. Louis room of Bush Student Center. Hannah Brincher's initiative of writing love letters and leaving them for passersby in New York City has resulted in articles in the Wall Street Journal and Chicago Tribune, as well as guest appearances on both Oprah and the TED Talks lecture series. As the first speaker in Alpha Sigma Nu's lecture series, all students and community members are invited to this event to hear her inspirational story.
And now we have Jill Swed in the Weather Center with our forecast. So Jill, what's going on this week in the weather?
Yeah, sure, Gabe. You know what, we're going to see a little bit of a change in the weather beginning tomorrow, but still outside right now, things are quite pleasant looking temperature-wise. We're still at 66 downtown in St. Louis. Temperatures are falling then into the low 60s, upper 50s in some of the outlying areas as well. Looking at radar right now, things are quiet across Missouri and much of the Midwest, but we are seeing some showers beginning to set up across South Dakota, and we are going to be seeing those showers arriving later tonight and then head into the very start of the morning tomorrow. But things look to be just fine for Game 5 of the World Series as the Cardinals are taking on the Red Sox. Again tonight, first pitch is just after 7 o'clock. We'll just be dealing with those cloudy skies throughout the evening. We'll start the night around 65, then we'll be falling into the upper 50s by hopefully the end of the game, where we'll be leaving with another Cardinals win tonight. But throughout the evening, as I mentioned, we'll just be seeing those clouds dropping down to 47 overnight, and we'll see those showers arriving later in the evening, likely while we're sleeping, just in time for the early morning tomorrow. I'll be back with the details of how much rain we'll be seeing and for how long we'll be lasting, as well as the much better fall-like weekend we'll be seeing coming up.
Thank you very much, Jill. The Hispanic American Leadership Organization, or HALO, will be hosting a celebration of Del Dia de los Muertos in the BSC Amphitheater on October 30th from 7:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. This event is in honor of the traditional Mexican holiday, Dia de los Muertos, in which the lives of the deceased ancestors are celebrated. The event will feature music, traditional Mexican food, and decorations, dancings, raffle prizes, and more. Guests will have the opportunity to decorate their sugar skulls, partake in the community remembrance table, and learn more about the holiday from HALO. For more information, check out SLU-TV's Facebook page.
Help Alpha Phi Omega Black Student Alliance and RHA provide a safe and fun place for children from all over the St. Louis area to trick-or-treat this Halloween. All you have to do is fill out the short form sent to you via email from RHA and be in your rooms this Friday, November 1st from 4 to 9 p.m.
Today, right now, the nation is celebrating National Chocolate Day. In honor of this memorable occasion, our very own Abby Para has taken to the streets of St. Louis University to find out what kinds of chocolates SLU students like the best.
This week holds National Chocolate Day, so we went out to ask some students how they like their chocolate. How do you ladies like your chocolate?
Anyway, chocolate-covered strawberries, chocolate-covered pineapples, chocolate chips, chocolate chip cookies, hot chocolate, and chocolate frogs. I actually don't like chocolate. Even though it may not be considered actual chocolate, I love white chocolate. Chocolate-covered raisins, shrimp chocolate, Cheez-Its dipped in chocolate.
Chocolate pie.
My favorite type of chocolate is dark chocolate.
I like peppermint patties because my grandpa used to give me one every time I went to visit him.
I like hot chocolate.
What's your favorite type of chocolate?
My
My favorite type of chocolate is hot chocolate.
Chocolate cake and then like a layer of chocolate icing in it with like chocolate sprinkles on top and then like chocolate ice cream on the side.
Dark chocolate.
I like brownies.
Kit Kats is my first preference. I'm a big fan of regular milk chocolate, but I'm also a fan of white chocolate as well.
A burrito dipped in chocolate.
I love chocolate milk.
The best way to have chocolate is on a s'more.
In the past 10 years, the numbers of Americans who partake in Supplemental Nutrition Insurance Program, more commonly known as food stamps, has doubled to more than 47 million individuals. Economists attribute this upward trend to the fact that poverty did not decline or decrease while the economy was growing in the mid-2000s. Households whose gross income is at or below 130% of the federal poverty guideline qualify for assistance, but 83% have an income of less than $19,000.
Projected budgets for the upcoming fiscal year estimate more spending on global warming than the United States border security. After combining the global warming spending of 18 separate federal agencies in compensation to the producers of renewable energy, the government will spend approximately $21.4 billion. The EPA will be creating new constraints for power plants across the nation. Meanwhile, the government plans to spend approximately $12 billion on border security and customs.
Women in Saudi Arabia are fighting for their right to drive. Saudi women activists declared Sunday a national driving day, asking women to defy the country's ban on women driving, take the wheel, and post pictures or videos of themselves doing so. Many other women did so. Others, frightened of the retribution from the government, did drive, but did not post evidence. Other women, worried by the expanded police presence yesterday, have waited until today. But women say they will continue to drive despite the government's threats. Don't go away. We have more stuff for you later. And welcome back. Chief Meteorologist Jill Sweat is with us here now to give you an extended forecast. So Jill, what are we looking at this week?
You know what, we're looking at a little bit of a change in the weather patterns. We haven't been seeing much rain over the past several weeks, even in the past month or so, but that's all going to change this week as we're going to see a lot of rain headed our way, as we're going to see some pretty soggy and wet days coming through this week. But first, looking back at the numbers today, pretty average day today. The official numbers at Lambert, we reached 69 this afternoon. Had a little bit of a chillier start today with a low of 36. So we were about 2 degrees shy of our normal highs of 64 and 45. We were topping 70 degrees here in the city, but again, that's all due with that local heating due to all the city streets and everything downtown. Outside right now, we're dealing with some mostly cloudy skies. The temperature is still quite comfortable in the mid-60s. Still dealing with a lot of dry air as we're seeing low humidity and dew point readings, but that's going to quickly change as we are going to be seeing some rain arriving head into the start of the day tomorrow. So we'll be dealing with some rain throughout the first half of the day. Our temperature to start off the day will reach a low overnight of 47. We'll climb into the mid-50s by lunchtime, and then head into the afternoon. We'll see a greater chance of seeing some thunderstorms being incorporated in as well, and we'll only be in the upper 50s for a high temperature tomorrow. And this is all thanks to a low pressure system that will be sliding through the Midwest. We will be in the warm sector Tuesday, and then especially on Wednesday, so we'll see some warmer temperatures on Wednesday, but both days we will be dealing with some rain, and that will last through much of the day and then even into the evening hours as well. Head into Halloween on Thursday. We'll be dampening your spirits as we're still going to be seeing some rain falling across the area. Things will hopefully be wrapping up in time for Thursday evening so that you can maybe head out trick-or-treating if you want to, or even head to those costume parties as well. And we'll then begin to see some cooler air beginning to slide in as well, head into the weekend. But some much nicer temperatures and conditions will be in store for us this weekend. Overnight tonight, things look to be just fine for Game 5 of the World Series. We'll just be dealing with those mostly cloudy skies. The showers will be arriving later overnight while we're sleeping. We'll drop down to 47 overnight. Head into the day on Tuesday. Pretty wet and soggy one, so keep the rain gear handy, the umbrella, the rain jacket, the rain boots, the whole 9 yards, because you're certainly going to need it. We'll see those showers and storms more likely in the afternoon, as we'll reach a high of 59. The 5-day forecast looks pretty wet and dreary, as we'll see those rain showers lasting Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Things will hopefully dry up just in time for those evening festivities that you may have on Halloween. But things look great headed into the weekend, so we'll see some cooler temperatures arriving, and the sunshine will also return as well. So great to head out there and enjoy those fall activities.
Sounds great.
All right, very good. Thank you, Jill. Next, we have national and international news, so please stay with us. And welcome back to SLU News 22. Today would mark the 116th birthday of actress Edith Head, if she were still alive. Head was Hollywood's most talented and accomplished costume designer and designed the costumes for over 480 films during her career. You may have seen her work at such notable films as The Birds, Vertigo, The Sting, Breakfast at Tiffany's, a personal favorite of mine, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and White Christmas. She holds the record for most Oscars awarded to a woman with 8.
The Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, has recently initiated a $70 million project to develop a brain implant that will act much like a pacemaker and track all neuron activity. This technology has a particular focus in analyzing the neuroactivity of troops and veterans to provide more data to effectively develop therapies and other treatments for the mental illnesses reported among the soldiers. This project is set apart from other similar initiatives as it does not focus on a pre-existing condition, but hopes to collate data from individuals with brains in both normal and impaired functioning. DARPA hopes to have a marketable device within 5 years.
Some Los Angeles area architects are taking a page out of the medieval period by adding moats to their million-dollar mansion designs. Stars such as Gisele Bündchen and Tom Brady have old European-style homes featuring a stone bridge and an elaborate moat. While koi fish have replaced the alligators in stainless steel stands instead of the cast iron wraparound, the wraparound moats may become a new trend in Los Angeles area real estate.
Last Friday, Brooklyn, New York hosted the second ever Internet Cat Video Film Festival. This festival, complete with humans dressed as cats and cats dressed as humans, drew over 10,000 attendees. Also present were famous online cats such as Keyboard Cat, Grumpy Cat, and existentialist Le Chat Noir. Participants also noted the significantly greater popularity of cat videos versus dog videos. As online video, Keyboard Cat has received 33 million views, while Keyboard Dog has only received 4.6 million views. This traveling festival's next stop is Rochester, New York on December 1st.
After a very interesting Cardinals win to Game 3 last Saturday, the Cards took on the Boston Red Sox at Busch Stadium on this past Sunday, which was yesterday. However, the Cardinals sadly lost 4-2 after a 3-run shot from Boston's Johnny Gomes. The Cards game ended after Colton Wong was picked off on first base by Koji Uhara in possibly the biggest upset of the World Series in the decade. Game's 3 end was also very controversial. The game's ending on an obstruction call when Craig Allen was slid into third base and Boston catcher Jared Saltalamacchia overthrew the third baseman and Boston's Will Middlebrook while attempting to catch the ball, slipped and tripped up St. Louis base runner Alan Craig. The play was called obstruction and gave Craig not only the base, but the run and the walk-off victory. The Cards will play again tonight in Game 5 here in St. Louis. First pitch will be at 7:07 p.m. Boston's John Lester will face off against Adam Wainwright to find out who will lead the series going back to Boston on Wednesday.
Competing with the World Series are the St. Louis Rams as they face off against Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks quarterback, Russell Wilson, who is the league leader in rushing yards with 323 yards. Although last week in Carolina, the Rams' run defense was impressive, they are still ranked 30th in run defense. It will be interesting to see if the Rams' defense will carry over into tonight's game here in St. Louis.
Well, things look to be just fine weather-wise for the Rams, even though they'll be inside, but even better for the Cardinals. It will be a little bit of a chillier evening tonight as we will be dropping through the 50s into the upper 40s for a low tonight. But unfortunately, we are going to be seeing the rain arriving tomorrow, and that's going to be lasting through Thursday, hopefully wrapping up just in time for your Halloween festivities Thursday night. But then the sunshine and some much cooler temperatures will be arriving for the weekend, making it just a perfect, delightful start to the month of November. And don't forget to push your clocks back an hour on Sunday, as it is daylight savings ending, so you get to fall back, you get an extra hour of sleep Sunday night.
Well, as long as the weather is nice for the Cardinals game, then I am not complaining.
There you go.
We're doing good. Well, that's our show for the night. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget, you can always catch the latest movie reviews and news online at SLU-TV.slu.edu. Or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We will be back here next week at 7 p.m., so we will see you then.